Hello and welcome to the next episode of Daniel's Desk. Today I have my good friend Kathy Bui, who started a blog. So she was really passionate about food. She started a blog called Builicious, is that right? Mm-hmm. So make sure you check it out. But she's going to show us a few fun New Year's Eve appetizers. So happy holidays. I threw a big New Year's Eve party last year and I'm a terrible cook. So I figured it'd be fun for all of us cooks out there, whether you are advanced or you're like me, not so good, to learn a few recipes that'd be easy and fun and quick if you're throwing a New Year's Eve party. So, but these work for a lot of occasions. But.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm glad that you mentioned easy because these are definitely, they're just a couple of ingredients and they're really, really flavorful. Okay. I personally really like to cook with a lot of Asian inspired ingredients because I think it just adds a little bit more freshness and a little bit of something a little bit different than what you're used to.
Alright, let's get started.
Today we're going to start with some curry meatballs. I have here a 1 pound of ground pork. You can use any kind of meat that you want. I personally like pork because it's a little bit leaner and it's typically used in a lot more Asian cuisine.
Okay, but so you couldn't just do like typical frozen meatballs?
You could if you wanted to, but I personally like to do the ground meat from scratch because then you can add in all these extra ingredients and it gives it a little bit more of a texture.
Yes. Okay.
So here we already have the ground pork. We've added in about a 1/4 cup of curry powder as well as a little bit of salt and pepper to taste. I'd say probably about 2 to 3 teaspoons of salt and maybe 1 teaspoon of pepper.
Okay.
And here we have some.
I might throw a little bit more because I'm a salt person.
Oh, I am too. I definitely have high blood pressure, but I kind of. I mean, that's the secret to good cooking. It's really just more salt.
Yeah. No. Oh my God! I'm glad you said that. Yes. Okay, friends, pay attention.
Okay, so here we have a couple of some of my favorite Asian herbs and spices. So we just have 1 small onion chopped, so they're chopped in just kind of small, maybe 1/4 inch squares. And then we have some Thai chilies that are also chopped. I really like those because they have a little bit more of a kick, but a little bit more of a flavor. So it's almost a little bit sweet and a little bit sour instead of just straight up spicy. It's kind of spicy, Daniel.
It's a little.
Go for it. I would really like
Oh, that's a kick. Wow. That is a kick.
I warned you. I warned you.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah.
And then our last herb here, we have Thai basil, which is similar to basil, but it's a little bit more bitter.
Okay.
And I think it holds up a little bit better inside ingredients. I think that flavor really lasts throughout the baking process.
Okay.
So we're gonna go ahead and add our onions, chili, and basil in here.
Just dump it all in.
Yep. And then we're just gonna use our hands and mix.
I think I'm like crying from it. That was. Woo!
So we're not messing around. All right. So I'm gonna stir these up, and then you can help me kind of form the little meatballs.
Okay.
Again, really easy. Definitely something, I mean, when I first started cooking, I had to cook everything with gloves because I was so grossed out by raw meat. But you kind of just get used to it after a while. I think once you get really into cooking, you really want to feel the texture of the ingredients and everything that you're cooking.
So, when did you get started cooking? Like, how did you decide to start this blog, Kathy Bui?
So I actually lived in Madison, Wisconsin for a little bit, and out there's not as much Asian inspired food, and that was really where I felt very homesick. I originally grew up in New Jersey. I went to New York a lot. A lot of my family still lives in New York City, so I really miss the authentic Vietnamese or Chinese cuisine, and I kind of just decided to make it myself, and I realized how much I enjoyed cooking. So a lot of my food
so you discovered your passion for cooking later on? Yes,
definitely later on in life. I remember in college I could not cook at all. I once made pasta using an electric kettle. So I have come a long way.
Okay, yes.
So it just goes to show you there's absolutely hope, Daniel.
Okay, good. Yeah, I mean, it's just so tough. It's also hard with all the cleanup. I mean, there's a lot.
There is a lot of cleanup. But
going on here.
That's what a dishwasher is for.
That's true.
Although I don't have one. I live in New York City. I don't know about you.
Yeah, no,
but that is quite a luxury.
But that is like, welcome to New York. Dishwashers are luxuries, and washer and dryers in unit are luxuries. It's a thing. All right,
definitely.
So you're mixing this in. And
so this recipe for about 1 pound of meat, you're gonna get about maybe 10 meatballs, depending on the size that you want.
Okay, can I just dig in?
Yeah, go for it. And then we're just gonna make little balls out of them, and then we'll just put it in our pan.
How do I know, like, is the mixing right? Like, I do have too much of that spice, because, woo, I don't want too much of a kick, like.
It really depends on how spicy you want it. Okay. I have 2 small chilies in here. You can narrow that down to 1. And kind of depending on your spice level, a lot of people prefer just red pepper flakes.
Okay.
They're a little bit more mild. People love to put them on pizza and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So you can get a little bit more of a mild kick if you wanted to update that.
Okay.
I think that the true ingredient that really makes this recipe unique is the curry powder. Because you're really going to taste that no matter what the ratio of the other ingredients are.
Oh, God, okay, good to know. Yeah, I mean, looks like it's gonna be real good. So, are you hosting a New Year's Eve party this year? Because
you know,
can I come over?
Absolutely, you can come over anytime.
This is last year I did a New Year's Eve party. I literally got, again, friends don't be mad, frozen meatballs. And but I put some salt and pepper on them, so it was like decently seasoned.
Honestly, the secret to good cooking is a lot of just salt and pepper. Okay. So you're half the way there.
Good, 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 good. So am I making these too big or not? Like what's the sizing?
I would say probably about 1.5 inches is a good diameter for it.
Okay.
As long as they're all about the same size, I think that'll be totally fine. And the thing that's nice about making meatballs from scratch is that typically the size that you roll them into, it'll be about the same size when it comes out of the oven. Oh, great. So they don't like shrink or... Not too much.
Puff up.
Especially not with a less fatty meat like ground pork, because it doesn't have a lot of fat to begin with, so a lot of it doesn't melt away. So I think that if you used a lamb or a beef instead, you're going to see a little bit more shrinkage because a lot of that fat melts away. And
what about for our vegetarian friends? Is there an option for them to make something like meatballs that with faux meat or...
I have seen a lot of tofu recipes. I think that you would definitely have to invest in a good food processor to kind of get that meaty texture.
Okay.
I think that actually, now that I think about it, if you use like a chickpea base and kind of made like an Asian-y falafel, I think that would be great for our vegetarian friends.
That's great. Wait, so where do you see your blog going? Like, what's the deal with do you think you're gonna try to take it to a website? Do you want to try to like get advertising dollars? Like, what's your vision?
Honestly, my dream is basically to be a sexy Martha Stewart.
Oh, or Ina Garden.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. And not that Martha Stewart isn't sexy, but I would love to be able to kind of have my own show and kind of get an idea of what that is like and be able to share my recipes with people on a more palatable medium. I think that the blog is great for people who are more avid cooks, but I think some people need a little bit more of a visual to kind of get the ball rolling, so they can kind of see that there's not that many steps. It's not that difficult.
Yeah. So is Martha your kind of visionary, or do you have
absolutely.
Like Rachel Ray? Like, who are your icons?
Yeah. Well, I think the thing that I really like about Martha Stewart is that she very much she's just a very crafty woman overall. So she's really expanded into home and cooking and also some fashion. Yeah.
Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, and she just does so many things outside of cooking, which I really like, and I think that it really ties together. I also love Rachel Ray as well. I think her stuff is really fun and definitely very, very friendly and easy to make.
Do you know that Oprah has a line out called "Oh, That's Good"?
No, I did not.
Oh, it's like soups and like, I don't know, like mashed potatoes with cauliflower.
Oh, is it like a subscription service?
No, it's in stores.
Oh, wow.
She literally just put it out, so I'm gonna check it out.
Great.
But check out a little plug for Oh, That's Good. Maybe this will give me an O magazine. I don't know. We'll see it.
All right, so we've got our meatballs rolled, and then we're gonna put this in the oven. We're gonna put them at 425 for about 30 to 40 minutes.
Good to know.
And then that should be good.
And then does it matter top or bottom rel?
Nope, it does not matter.
Okay. 30 or 40 minutes.
Okay.
Hard to see. Alright, let's do 33.
Perfect.
Starting.
Okay.
Alright, so the meatballs are in the oven. Now, what is this?
So these are going to be our wonton crackers, and we're going to serve them with an edamame dip, hummus-like.
Okay.
And we are going to start by cutting our wonton chips in half. So wonton chips, you can find them at any Asian store. I've noticed that actually a lot of American grocery stores carry them now.
And what are wontons?
It's basically just made out of wheat, and they're rolled really thin. So it's very much a very similar consistency to pasta. It's basically the same thing, but they're rolled out very, very thin.
Okay, cool.
And I think part of what makes them so flexible and so versatile to work with is because they're so thin. These are so easy to bake. I don't know if you ever tried to make French fries or potato chips from scratch, but it takes forever forever to cut things so thin and so perfectly, and that's what I really like about the pre-sliced wonton chips.
My French fries end up looking like fat little like potatoes, which is what they are.
And now they're potato wedges.
Like, it's not. Yeah.
So we have on a pan. You don't even need to grease it with any olive oil or butter because they're so thin, so they bake really easily. So we have these wonton chips cut in half, and we place them on the baking sheet. We're gonna add a little bit of shredded cheese. Okay. Any cheese we find. I personally really like Gouda. Ooh. I think it adds a little bit more of a smoky texture. Okay. But I think another one that works really well is Parmesan. It has really, really good umami flavor, which I think suits very well with an Asian palate. Oh my god, I love cheese! It's so good! I'm gonna put a little more! I love cheese so much. There's no limit, right? Like, does it matter how much you put? The limit does not exist. I love that! Yes, okay, good, because cheese is so good. It's so good. But you know what? One of the biggest things I learned as an adult is that cheese is expensive. Oh, yeah. Oh my god, good cheese is so expensive. It is. Wait, so you're just free pouring the salt? Yeah, we're just gonna go and add a little bit of salt to taste on top, just a little bit. Love it. Hey, listen, I free pour salt all the time. My friends call me like high blood pressure because I'm all about the salt and pepper. So. All right, and then just a little bit of pepper to taste. They're so simple. This is like... That's literally it. So you literally cut up the wontons, add cheese, add salt and pepper. That's it. And we are going to put these in the oven at 400 for 8 minutes. 8 minutes. Okay. Good to know. And all the recipes are going to be on the Builicious website. So make sure you check out that. We'll put the link in the show at the end. So you'll be able to see that. But check out her Builicious website to get all these recipes. Perfect. And then if you want to grab those ones that we had made earlier, just so everyone can see what that looks like after 8 minutes in the oven. Woo. So this is what you can see now. So you can see that golden, crispy texture. You didn't even need any oil. It's actually pretty healthy compared to potato chips because you don't have all that oil. Yes, I know, right? And they come out really easily of the foil. Yeah. All right. Oh my god. Oh my. They're pretty good. Crunchy. Yeah, really good. They're great just on their own, but today we're going to make a little bit of an edamame bean dip to go with that. Okay. So why don't we put this here? Yeah. Oh my god, really good. So this is also really a very, very simple recipe. It really only has a few ingredients. So we're going to start, it's actually a coffee grinder because we live in New York City and we can't have 8,000 kitchen appliances. But this will do just fine. So I have a couple of shelled edamame beans. Now can you use a blender or like what would you typically You can use a blender or a food processor. I personally recommend a grinder or a food processor so you get a much finer texture. Okay. But it's totally up to you how coarse you want it to be. Some people like a little bit more crunch, so they want a little bit more. It's like your mashed potatoes. Like, yeah. I love crunchy mashed potatoes. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna start with a little bit of these shelled edamame beans. I would say about. I don't know. Did you season these or no? I did not. I would say probably about half a cup to start with. Okay. So we'll start there, and then we are going to add a little bit of sesame oil. So this is going to also be a free pour. I really like it. I would say for about half a cup of edamame beans, I'd probably add maybe about 2 tablespoons. Okay. That really ties it together and makes it kind of congeal, and I think it adds a really, really good flavor. And this is just for flavoring. Yep, and it helps. Okay. It's almost like a glue that keeps all the beans together. Oh. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of red pepper flakes because I like a little kick to everything. So I know you learned my lesson earlier. You love a kick. And then I'm just gonna add a little bit of salt to taste. Okay. And that's it. So we're gonna go ahead and put this in. That in. And if I can get it in the thing. All right. So you're gonna get a great texture here. You might have to shake it up a little bit. So it totally depends on how you want it. I actually like it a little bit more coarse because I love edamame. Yeah. And what I really like about this is it's a really healthy alternative to a lot of dips that are out there. Yeah, I know a lot of popular dip for New Year's is a lot of the French onion dip. But I think edamame, it's got so much protein, it's really tasty, and it's just kind of an alternative to your everyday hummus. It's also, yeah, I was about to say, that's exactly what I was going to say. It's like a different thing. I feel like when I'm doing these, it's like hummus or guacamole. And for New Year's Eve, it's more of a hummus thing. So this is like a different take on the dish. Yep, absolutely. And we're just gonna maybe stir it up a little bit more. Yeah. So we got a little spoon. So do you often eat edamame in this kind of way, or do you usually just eat them with the whole beans at a sushi restaurant?
I don't eat edamame very often.
Really?
When I eat edamame, it's at a restaurant and they have served it as the appetizer. Are you an edamame person?
I really like it just because it's so healthy, and I actually like to bake them in the oven for a little bit and sprinkle a little bit of sea salt and sesame oil, and I think it adds a really good flavor.
Wait, I'm gonna... This one? Okay, good. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so it's got a little bit of a kick. So I made this one a little bit more coarse, so you get a little bit more of that bean texture. But I think it's great, especially because right after New Year's, everyone's trying to start that New Year's diet. And you don't have to feel too guilty about having this.
Now, are you, do you make your New Year's resolutions? Are you that type of person, or have you given up on that?
I always try. I try to have a New Year's resolution. I think this year...
She's messy like me. Okay.
I think this year my New Year's resolution is probably going to be to spend less time on my phone. I'm trying to limit myself to no more than 1 to 2 hours of total time on your phone of just texting for no reason or browsing stuff for no reason. I'll give myself 30 minutes in the morning to read the news. I'll give myself time to respond to texts and, you know, respond to emails where I need to, but I really want to try to stay off my phone and be more present.
A day. 1 to 2 hours a day.
Yeah. We'll see how that goes.
Good luck. We'll provide an update on that in March, okay? Because I feel like most people make it through January, suffer through February, and then by March it's like, all right, I'm not going to the gym anymore. I'm on my phone all hours of the day. So we'll provide an update.
So here you can see this really, really healthy, beautiful green. I love color in my food. I love when it's that really vibrant green because it makes me feel healthy.
It looks so healthy. Right? This is actually healthy.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, it's supposed to be healthy.
Absolutely.
Are you gonna try it?
I should.
Oh my god. I wish that I love being on the other end. You know, when you're watching cooking shows and you're like, wish that you could smell it, wish that you could actually taste it. And now I'm here, and oh my gosh, guys, make this recipe. It's so good.
All right.
Like, smells so good in here. This tastes amazing. Oh my god. All right. So what's next?
So we're gonna make a mousse, a green tea mousse. And this is even easier than the wonton chips and the edamame dip. You still munching on those chips, Daniel?
Oh my god, they're so good! Alright, so...
They're very addictive.
So we have our final dish, right? The third one? What is this? What's
this is going to be a green tea mousse. And I know mousse sounds very daunting and intimidating, but it's so easy. This is literally 3 ingredients.
And it's like a dessert.
So easy to make. It is a dessert. Although I have not tried to make it savory, but that might be something that I test out in the future. Maybe something a little spicy.
Well, I don't think of green tea as like a dessert thing, but that's cool.
Yeah, I feel like I've been seeing green tea a lot, green tea flavors. I know in Asia it's very popular. They have green tea Oreos, green tea Kit Kats, and yeah, I'd love to bring that to your kitchen.
Oh my god, it seems like it's going to be a pretty healthy alternative to the like brownies and cookies and cupcakes that I normally have on New Year's Eve. So.
And this is also kind of great for people who don't have a huge sweet tooth because you don't have the chocolate fudge, the caramel crunch, and everything. So again, sticking with New Year's theme, you get to party, but you get to kind of stick to your resolution of eating healthy. Good. So we're gonna start out with a cup of heavy cream.
As we say, eating healthy, we start with a cup of heavy cream. But you know,
it is dessert. I mean, if dessert was that healthy, it's not dessert.
True, I agree. Listen, you will not get complaints from me. I'm from the South. We love our sugar and love our dessert.
Okay. So we're going to start with that 1 cup of cream, and we're going to do about ½ a cup of sugar.
Okay.
And again, you can add a little bit more depending on your taste.
And how much? I know this thing sometimes gets so stuck.
Oh.
Some more fell in. It's okay.
You love salt, you love sugar.
Listen, yes, all of the above. It's good. Wait, and so how long does this take usually to congeal and actually, because I know mousse is a complicated thing.
Honestly, all you need is to whip it for about 5 minutes and then you're good. So I'm going to go ahead and add this sugar in.
Because I was looking up a chocolate mousse recipe once and it said it was I had to like whisk it and then like put it on the stove and it was a very complicated recipe.
I think more traditional mousse will include an egg custard, and egg custard gets a little bit tricky.
Okay.
And I think what's really nice about this is like you're not working with any raw eggs. It's just very simple, but you really get the same texture and taste. And it's very, very easy.
Okay.
And the last thing that we want to add is 1 big tablespoon of green tea powder. You can find this in any Japanese or usually Japanese Asian stores.
Okay.
But any Asian food store will have this. So 1 heaping spoonful. And what I really like about green tea is that when it comes in this powder form, it's so easy to add in so many desserts. I've added it into cheesecake. I've added it into cookies. I've added it into cake. It's just so easy when it's just powder. So just mix it right in.
It's little, yeah. Wow. That's insane. It's powder.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
So it's really easy to get that flavor in. So we're just going to whisk this for probably about 3 to 5 minutes until it has a thicker consistency. So you can see this texture, there's really soft peaks, and that's how you know you're done.
It's done?
So I would say that's probably, what, about 2 minutes?
Let's see if we're done.
What do you think?
Oh my gosh. That's good.
Okay, see, so it was only 3 ingredients, and I feel like this is the type of thing you'll see a menu at a fancy restaurant, just a basic mousse or custard.
That'll be 15 bucks.
Right, and it is so easy to make yourself. Wow. So we are going to serve this up. We're going to put this in little wine glasses.
Ooh, so fancy.
Yeah, I think it just makes it a little bit more festive.
Okay. So you can you put it really in anything?
Yeah, you could really put it in anything. You could put them in a ramekin. You can put them in shot glasses depending on how much you want to serve your guests.
That's true. I feel like especially if it's a New Year's Eve party, maybe even shot glasses, so if people aren't getting too much, might be, you know,
yeah, good, absolutely. Totally up to you. So I kind of like when it has a little bit of these green tea specks because it kind of shows the flavor a little bit more.
Yeah.
And it's just got a really good texture. Wow. So we're just going to put these... Serve these up like this.
Well, and also, do you think, how many would you recommend as the chef, if you're having a New Year's Eve party, like how many dishes should you have?
I would say anywhere between, depending on how many people, I would say anywhere between 3 to 6 different little entrees, especially if you're doing an hors d'oeuvre style.
Yeah. Yeah, do people do big dinner parties? I feel like that's a lot.
I think it really depends. I think dinner parties, I think people are probably sick of the traditional dinner party after Thanksgiving and Christmas. That's just nice to kind of be able to have a cocktail hour style.
And something you can just pick up, like, you know, you can just grab little spoons, eat this right away. It's really quick and easy. It's not like a complicated thing.
So here you can see the mousse. Looks just like a restaurant. Here we can even wipe that off here, but it is just super tasty.
Wow, guys, no, it is actually so tasty. Like, oh my gosh, heaven. Sugar
here, you can even top it with a little bit of coarse sugar or a little. I love like caramel.
Cinnamon? Can you put cinnamon?
I'm not sure how cinnamon would taste with the green tea, but I think anything with a little bit of crunch would balance really well with the creamy texture
like graham
of the
crackers?
mousse. Yeah, even graham crackers, granola, peanut butter brittle, chopped nuts. I think it really has a good crunch to it.
Oh, I love chocolate. Can we do a little
Yes, we can do a little bit of chocolate.
No, we already put some in the fridge. So this is the fully congealed version. You can actually see the difference, I think.
Yeah, it's just a little bit more stiff.
Yeah, it's a lot more stiff.
But totally up to the texture that you want. So you can do a little bit of a taste test then.
I know. Here, okay.
Let's grab another spoon.
Oh, that is moussey.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So I feel like a lot of people don't think they can make mousse at home, but it's really easy.
Kathy. Oh my goodness.
So this has, like I said earlier, this has a little bit of that green tea flavor. But if you want to add just like instant coffee grounds, you can get coffee mousse. You can add a little bit of chocolate and you have chocolate mousse. Or I love just this with Nutella. Yeah. Delicious.
Oh wait, so you can put Nutella in with the green tea and it mixes well?
Yeah, and it kind of makes almost like a swirl, which I think is really cool.
Nice. All right, well, wait to see after the commercial break. We're going to have the full beautiful spread of everything just to show you kind of the final dishes with the meatballs, the edamame, this beautiful green tea pudding mousse thing. We'll have a beautiful spread for you in, you know, just a bit.
Great.
Alright, so let's go ahead and take these meatballs out. They're smelling really good. So I'm going to do the honors. And just like Rachel Ray or Martha Stewart would, we already have them prepared on a nice little, you chose to do these toothpicks?
Yeah, just a little bit festive for the party mood. So here we have these meatballs. You can really see the texture of all the other ingredients in there, which I think makes it a little bit different. So do you want to give them a try?
Yeah, and they're also, I love like little things you can pick up. It makes it so much easier when you're at a party. You can set this down. You can just kind of like, oh.
And you can just eat it in one bite.
Oh my God, they are so good.
How's that cake? Is it too spicy for you?
No, it's not. It's not like, no, not like it was before. Oh,
not like eating the raw chili pepper.
The raw. I'm gonna try to make some of these for you all watching. So, if you're a viewer and you want to come over sometime, I'm gonna try them. They're really easy.
Yep, so we have our curry ground pork meatballs. We have our wonton cheddar chips, or sorry, Gouda chips with some edamame dip. And then we finally finish up with our green tea mousse.
Kathy, this is amazing. Again, recipes are going to be on her blog, Builicious. So it's going to be, the link's there, I know, B-U-I, but the link is there. Here, should be like below or above, somewhere on the screen. You'll be able to see the link to her show, to her blog, and check out the recipes. They're really quick, easy, as you just saw, and they're also amazingly delicious.
Well, I'm glad you like them, Daniel, and I hope you have a good New Year's.
Thank you for stopping by the show.
Absolutely.
You are welcome anytime. Literally anytime. Also welcome to cooking with me anytime. Like, yeah, but these are also great and quick for anyone.
Yeah, do you feel like, I know you said you weren't a big cook, but do you feel like these recipes are something that you could do?
Yes, no, and I think that they're also great for like, you know, New Yorkers or anyone else that's like quick and on the go.
Especially in a small kitchen, I think we were still able to do all that. So you don't need fancy equipment, but you can really make a good meal.
Thanks so much, Kathy.
Yeah, absolutely.